Well, guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. First and foremost, I'd like to wish all the fathers out there happy Father's Day. You know, Father's Day is one of those days that don't get enough notoriety, and it's a day of appreciation, especially for older children that have had tough parenting love. As you get older, you have kids of your own, you start to look back and say, you know what? A lot of the stuff I did with my father and the patience he used and had against, with me to get me where I'm at, I respect that. And it's a day of, showing said respect for the person that brought you into the world. There's another side of this holiday I want to talk about today. And it's the depressive side of Father's Day to a lot of people out there. Whether you can't see your children, whether you have issues with the mother, whether for some odd reason you lost a child. This is something we want to always be cognizant of. Father's Day is one of the days where a lot of people take their own lives, and because of depression, other factors. The reason why I'm doing this video is strictly because of this. Even though it's just a day celebrating fathers, to a lot of people, this means something. And a lot of times men go through things and they don't talk about it. Like I said, this is one of the most depressing days for those that have children that might not have access to them. Whether it's from something they did or something that was done to them, or a disagreement between them and whoever they had the children by. That's neither here nor there. But what I do want to talk about, and the reason why I'm doing this video again, is there are a lot of people out here that are vindictive a lot of times. And there are a lot of men today that won't get the chance to see their children, and it'll be depressing to them. Now, I don't know who these guys are, what their relationships is with the mothers and stuff like this, but from a standpoint of children, a father is very, very significant. Whether he's actively in the child's life or not, we must always take that into consideration. There are a lot of children that are being purposely kept away from their fathers due to issues that the mother might have against the father. Whether he, it could be any type of factor. But a lot of times, man, I want to bring light to the situation of, just because you have an issue with this man doesn't mean your child does. And you may not want to see him, but your child deserves that right. Can you imagine a child, it's Father's Day today, but they never see their dad? This one passes, another one passes. It becomes what? A normal day. This is happening around America, where we at a lot, and in all different types of communities. There are a lot of people that got bickering beefs between each other, and the children suffer. And that's the reason why I made this video. The children are suffering out there. And they're not the only ones. There's some real good dads out here that just had babies by bad women. Or there are good women out here that had babies by bad men. And though the father wasn't mean to the child or anything like that, or sometimes didn't want to deal with the child, it should always be an option for that child to be around their father. Not just today, but any day. Because I'm telling you something, you're a father 365 days a year. So a special day shouldn't dictate just seeing your kid then, But this is one of the things where, we have situations of people dealing with gender issues, uh, stuff that's in social media. You got a lot of people running around here talking about being great dads and don't deal with the kids and all of this other stuff by their choice. This is one of the days you see a lot of people going to social media and saying their gripes of how they can't see their kids, or gripes of ladies saying they're the father, they never needed the dad, and they're the mother and the father in a relationship. I think that type of talk is crazy. It is. Males and females have their own individual presence in relation to the child. From a female standpoint, you can be whatever you want, but the energy of a man you do not project on a child, especially if it's a male child. We talk about a lot of violence in today's youth. A lot of it comes from confusion internally that a lot of parents don't see. Whether it's confusion of, their dad's not in their life, they see other people with their father and they don't have theirs. They wonder what the connection was. They go through a lot of things. And this is one of the things where a lot of ladies who say, hey, I'm having a baby, whether a guy wants it or not sometimes, this is some of the things that can come up. And I don't mean no disrespect to nobody. I don't. But, those of us who, have embittered battles back in the day with women where we went our separate ways, but we still tried to stay in contact with the kids, because the kids need to know who we are and know that they are loved by us, even though we're not with their mother and in a normal family structure. It's a lot of different sides of this cube. They are. And the reason why I just brought this up, and I don't mean to be depressive, man. It took two people to make a baby, man. It still takes two to raise it. There are a lot of people a lot of children out here right now that don't have fathers and lost them in some of the violence in videos I've talked about, crime videos. There's so many mitigating factors, but the power of a father should never be downplayed. Whether it's a man in your life or not, like me, I don't know my father. I seen him in pictures. My mother got divorced before I was born. If it wasn't for my grandfather, stepping in and helping raise me, I don't know where I would be. And that's real. I don't know where I would be. There are a lot of young people out here that are lost right now. Their identities are confused. They're not talking to their parent or parents about it. And it's a lot of stuff, man. And it's like, man, fathers play a major role in the development of a child. So, I just wanted to say that real quick on here. And I wish all the fathers a happy Father's Day. It was just something that hit my heart this morning I wanted to talk about. Bottom line is this is the main thing I'm saying. If you got a kid out there and you got a beef with the mom, put that difference aside and at least talk to your child today by phone. And if you could, it's even more important to go see said child. I don't care if it's for an hour or not. You go and take the time to go see your child, man. And a lot of you ladies out there that are keeping these babies from these men, y'all need to stop that because it only hurts the child. And a lot of times I've seen this before and I've experienced this. From you being kept away from the kid, keeping the kid away from the man, when the kid get old, especially if it's a boy, and his dad ain't around, and he gonna need male counsel and all this stuff, a lot of times they blame you. They come off with you, on you. It's a hard road out here, y'all. It is. We got to bring back the family structure, the true family structure, man, woman, and child. Even though the roles may be different, there's one role of a parent that's unison. The survival of their child. And them being put in a true place of growth and development, mentally and physically. Even though you don't need the father no more, the child still does, whether you like it or want to believe it or not. When you have a baby, only one part of that baby is you. That other part belongs to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? DNA is not just one person, it's two. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Children are important, and so is their development. And we're losing reality of that. And you see it in some of the stories I tell. Parenting starts at home. If you're a single parent and can't help it, you know what I mean? It is what it is. But if you're a dude out here that's running around and not listening and still think you a kid yourself at 30 and 40 years old, you got babies out here that need you, you need to get it right. Because in the end, when the kids come calling with them questions that you can't answer, it falls on you. It don't fall on them. See, I do these videos sometimes and I'll say, hey, you know, a lot of people that whose lives are lost, their parents come, whether it's dealing with mental illness or whatever, it's always something they say, hey, you know, I put the best into my child and they still met an untimely demise. That's heartbreaking for them, especially when they shower this child with love, attention, and support. But there are a lot of people out there that don't do that. And when something happens with their kids, then they realize, oh, I could have did more. I should have did more. Don't have to be like that. One way or another, your kids will always need you, whether you don't think they need you or not. Whether they're 8 years old, 8 days old, or 18 years old, or 28 years old, sometimes they might need wisdom and counsel. They will need you. So the bickering beef you got between the moms and the moms got the bickering beef between the guys, stop it, because that's tearing us up. As people in this country, it's tearing us up. Part of being human is being able to work past your differences towards a common goal. What's a bigger goal than creating a brighter future and a good starting point for your child's development out here in the real world? Because there's temptation all over, and you ain't going to be there a lot of times, especially when they get older. Have them prepared for everything so they can take on anything. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. See you guys in the next video. Take care.